Whatsoever things you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received them, and you shall have them. That is Mark 11:24, and that's what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Now, it's really cold out, so I'm going to keep it kind of short, hopefully, but welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here, my name is Dylan, and I currently love to talk about the Bible, and I just love to talk about creating your own reality, manifestation, and reconditioning, reprogramming our minds for greatness. And that is what my channel is here for. So if you're down for it, subscribe and let's get right into it. So I'll say it again. The verse from the Bible today is Mark 11:24. And it says, depending on the translation, something along the lines of whatever you ask for in prayer, ask believing that you have already received it and you shall have it. Now, something I want to break down just about that is the tenses that it uses. Waiting to cross the road because there's a car coming, but the tenses are very important. It says, whatever you ask for in prayer. All right, we're good. Whatever you ask for in prayer, ask believing that you have received it and you shall have it. So it's the present tense. Whatever you ask for in prayer is present tense. Whatever you currently are asking for, believe that you have received it, which is present/past tense. It's something that you already are in possession of. If it's a material item, or if it's a goal, it's something you've already achieved. Or if it's a status, it's something that you already are in life. Or if it's a person, whatever it is. Believe you have already received it, and then you shall have it. And that last part is in the future tense, meaning if you believe right now that you have received it, then you will receive it. You shall have it. And the reason that I break it down in this way is because everything in the Bible is written very intentionally, very methodically, I guess you could say, very scientifically. There's a reason for the way that everything is written. And with this verse specifically, the reason is to show the process, the exact scientific method for manifesting whatever it is you want into your life. Again, it says, whatsoever things you ask for. It doesn't say, maybe most of the stuff that you ask for, or if it's reasonable. It says whatsoever you ask for. And I want to talk real quick about prayer and why I think a lot of people can get this wrong. Not why I think, why a lot of people get this wrong. Because at least especially traditional Christians, and maybe not people who wouldn't identify themselves as Christian, but pray in the quote unquote traditional way that we're taught by our churches and our parents and anybody else, is to get on your knees, maybe, or maybe not, but just is to basically beg God. It's like, dear God, maybe you give gratitude for a couple things. Thank you for my life. Please, please bring more money into my life. Please help heal my relationships. Please help me overcome whatever it is that I'm going through. And this begging, this beseeching of God is not how the Bible tells you to pray. The Bible tells you to pray in the way that I just said in Mark 11:24. It tells you to pray believing that you have received it. So if you want more money, if you want a significant other, a partner, if you want to move to a different location, whatever it may be, whatsoever you ask for, you cannot be begging for it. Cannot be getting on your knees, which there's nothing wrong with getting on your knees, but you just, in your mind, you can't be begging and pleading and asking and crying for help, because that's not the scientific method of prayer that is laid out in the Bible. We are supposed to believe in our minds and know in our hearts that we have already received that which we so desire. and then we shall have it. And the time that it takes to get the things that we want, those are beyond our knowing. There's another quote from the Bible. I don't know the verse, but it says, "My ways are beyond yours." And what does that mean? It means that, as a human being experiencing a human life, we have a limited capacity to know and understand things. I mean, even just the concept of infinity, think about that. The human mind simply cannot comprehend it. It is incomprehensible to us. And so my ways are beyond your ways. That meaning that the ways of God, the ways of the universe, are beyond our knowing. And so we can never know how long it's going to take. We'll never know the exact ways it's going to happen. Now, we can have intentions. For example, if you have a specific person that you want in your life, or you have a specific amount of money that you want in your life, or a specific career path that you want to go down and be successful in, then those are ways that we can intend, and it, through faith, through belief, and through inspired action, it will happen. But it might not happen the way that we think it will. And that's where the unknown comes in, and that's where my ways are beyond your ways. And I'm not speaking about mine, I'm speaking about God's ways are beyond our knowing. And so, connecting all this together, we have an intention. I want more money. I want a beautiful partner to share my life with. Then we go into our mind. There's another verse that I'll go into deeper in another video, but it says something along the lines of go into your closet, or when you pray to your Father, go into your closet, shut the door, and pray in secret. And what you pray for in secret will be basically manifested in the outside world. And it doesn't mean literally go into your closet. Like I said, I will make another video about that, because it's a really powerful and another very good explanation of how to pray. But it doesn't literally mean go inside your closet that you keep your clothes in. It means to close your eyes to the outside world, withdraw your senses from the lack of what you want. If you want more money, withdraw, stop paying attention to the lack of money that you have, at least for the time being, go into prayer. And then whatever way works for you, maybe you do some visualization, maybe you do some affirmation. I personally like both of those very much. And you can come up with a scene in your mind, come up with beliefs that you would have. If you already have as much money as you could possibly want, what ways do you think about money? How do you feel about it? Are you afraid to spend it when you go to the grocery store? Obviously, if you have more than enough, that would not be the case. And so you come up with a scene, whether it's a scene or different attitudes of mind or thoughts and beliefs and feelings that you would feel. You can write it down on paper. That's very helpful. Do some writing about this to get very clear on it. And then just close your eyes. Excuse me. Just close your eyes. Go into the closet of your own mind. And all you have to do is convince yourself that you already have it in your mind. You cannot pay attention to the outside world, because the outside world's always going to tell you that whatever it is that you want, you currently don't have. And if you can convince yourself fully, if you can truly convince yourself like, oh, I already have it, then ye shall have it. You shall have it. As it says in the formula, the scientific method to pray for what you want, which I already read, but I'll say it again as a reminder. Whatsoever things you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received them, and you shall have them. And so the most important thing, I'll reiterate it again, is just getting yourself to believe that you already have it, feeling as though you already have it, conditioning your mind and your body, your emotions to, oh, I already have it. Anytime it comes to mind, oh, yeah, that's mine. Anytime any other thoughts come in, like, oh, no, wait, what do you mean you have it? Look, like you're struggling to pay the rent or whatever it may be. It's just, nope, I already have it. Because if you stay in that belief, in that consciousness, that state of consciousness of having the thing desired, then according to the Bible, according to lots of different science as well, which I can talk about in the future, if you just stay in that belief and in that knowing, there is literally nothing in this world that can stop you from getting what you want. And yeah, I think that's all for today's video. I hope that it brought you guys some value, some insight around a very much misinterpreted verse of the Bible, and one of my personal favorites. I really love it because, as I said, it doesn't say whatever things are reasonable, whatever, maybe half or 75% of what you ask for, you'll get. It literally says, whatsoever things you desire in prayer, believing you have received them, you shall have them. And so, one last thing that I will share about it is really the ultimate goal of this is just fulfillment from within, because how many times have you wanted something in your life and the lack of it showing up, whether it's more money, whether it's the lack of a partner, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, a wife, that lack in your life of what you want causes you, or you just feel less complete and you feel unfulfilled. Maybe you feel sad or angry or stressed. And so, aside from even just the material manifestation of the things that we want in our lives that we want to create, this method is a very practical method to fulfill ourselves within. And ultimately, that's the goal of manifestation. And that's the prerequisite for manifestation is, I feel okay with or without this thing because I can just go inside my own mind and know that I have it. And if you watch the last video that I shared, talking about how the Bible proves to us that we are God, that you and I are God. Well, I don't know what these things are, but they just stopped me real quick. That's cool. Anyways, they're cute little water rodents. But anyways, knowing what I shared in the other video, and if you haven't watched it, please go watch it. This will make a lot more sense to you what I'm about to say. Knowing that we are God, that we are infinite, that God is within us. And if God is omnipotent, omnipresent, omnipotent, all those things that it says, that people say, which is true. If those are true, which they are, and God is within us, then that means all power, all love, all abundance, everything that we could want is within us. And as I said, that's the ultimate prerequisite and the ultimate goal of manifestation. Most of the time, people come into manifestation, like myself, kind of, because we want to get things in our life. We want to accomplish more, achieve more. And that's what I love about the true teachings of manifestation is that that's not what it's about. That's a beautiful pathway to discovering our God self within. But it is about knowing that we are infinite, that we are unlimited beings having a limited experience. And knowing that, it becomes a lot easier to know and to believe and to convince ourselves that I already have what I want, that I already have the money that I want, I already have the person that I desire. Because if I am God and everything is God, then I'm not separate from anything, and therefore I have everything that I want. And you can even go into, which I will definitely talk about this in another video, you can even go into parallel realities, the multiverse, and how in the quantum field, literally infinite possibilities exist. And so everything is here already now. It just, due to the nature of our space time reality, it takes some time to show up. And if you can fully convince yourself that you already have what you want, then I guarantee you it is the law of the universe, the law of consciousness, the law of being. I guarantee you, you will have whatsoever you desire. With that being said, I hope you guys got some good value from this video. I hope you put it to practice with what I shared. Please, you have to. You have to put it to practice. You have to recondition your mind. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Like, subscribe, blah, 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 excuse me. Like, subscribe, comment any insights you guys took away from this video. Share it with any people that are into this stuff or anybody that could benefit from it. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.